Joining me now is the Deputy Director of the Washington office of the National Council of Resistance of Iran, Alireza Jafarzadeh. Alireza, after 4 years of the Biden administration where Iran seemed to be emboldened and enriched, Donald Trump is taking a different approach, is demanding talks with Iran's supreme leader to negotiate a new deal. Iran has so far responded saying that they will not negotiate a new deal, they will not deal with bullying governments. That's their response to the US. What do you see happening next, and what do you make of the Trump administration's approach to Iran?
Well, certainly, Rita, in the past, the policy of appeasement of the Iran regime, whether it was by the United States or Europe, has been very destructive. It allowed the Iran regime billions of dollars of money and resources that they use to fund terror in the region, but also using that money for expanding their nuclear weapons program. But also the outside world didn't hold the Iran regime to account for their nuclear violations. When we first exposed the nuclear sites of Iran in August of 2002, they were in a very early stages, and that program could have been stopped at the time, but that wasn't the case. Now, the whole situation is different. At the time that the regime is very close to building the bomb, they're working on building nuclear warheads. They are limiting the IAEA inspections of the Iranian nuclear sites. The world should really focus on shutting down the entire nuclear operation of the Iran regime, because that program is all about nuclear weapons. It's not about energy. Now, that has been the stated policy recently by the United States. And on February 4th, the president announced that those nuclear sites need to shut down. The Iran regime responded, both the supreme leader and the president, saying that we're not going to do that, but let's sit down and talk and negotiate. Now, the reason the regime is doing it, because they want to drag the United States, but also Europeans and others, into the negotiating table and start getting into the details, like how much uranium we're going to have and all of those things, which is exactly serving the purpose of Tehran, because we're racing against the clock. Come October of this year, the UN Security Council resolution sanctions and limitations are going to expire. So would the mechanism known as a snapback, that you can get them back. So that's why I think it's so important to keep the focus on snapping back the sanctions on the Iran regime, maintaining the focus that those sites all need to be shut down.